So I did a lineup just like as if the season started today and we had the roster we have now going in. It's very top heavy. By top heavy, I mean forward heavy. I got the first line JT Miller, Elias Pettersson, Brock Besser. You keep the Lotto line together, they've got chemistry. Of course, this is assuming that JT Miller is not getting traded. It's worked before, why wouldn't it work again? It's your best bet. Second line, I got Mikheyev, Bo Horvat, and Kuzmenko. Jim Rutherford basically said that Kuzmenko is getting a top six role anyways. And I think Kuzmenko's getting one too. Or at least it's going to start out that way. I have no idea about Kuzmenko. It might work out on an NHL level. Who the fuck knows? Mikheyev, I think he's a third liner. And I think he may get moved down later on in the season. Kind of like how Louis Eriksson was promised to play with the Sedins, almost. And then they're like, oh, okay. For the third line, I got Podkolzin, Dickinson, Garland. I think if they don't trade Garland, Garland will move up to the second line and probably switch with Mikheyev or Kuzmenko. Also depends on how Podkolzin plays too. Podkolzin could move to a top six role this year. Who knows how much he's developed. And Dickinson and Curtis Lazar could switch with each other as the third line center. I don't think they have a strong third line center as of right now, unless you make JT Miller center, and then you could have Pettersson, Horvat, JT Miller down the middle, which would be pretty deep. Yeah, Dickinson is not a third liner. He's a fourth liner. And the fourth line, I got Pearson, Lazar, and Hoglander. Pearson may seem like he's on his way out soon. That's like $3 million for a fourth liner is like, ugh. I'm not saying he is a fourth liner. He has a very good chemistry with Bo Horvat, and he could work out on the second line. But like they have so many forwards right now, like where else are you going to put him? Lazar is a definite fourth liner, and also he'll be a penalty kill specialist. And Hoglander is kind of like a dark horse. Like who knows what's going to go on with him? Has he improved at all? Is he going to be a scratch half the games? If he hasn't improved defensively, he will be a healthy scratch because you need your bottom six to be good defensively. For defense, I got Hughes and Shen because like that's pretty much the only matchup they have with Hughes right now. Shen is not a top two defenseman. They need to find someone defensively capable to play with Quinn Hughes. That's a huge problem. And second pairing, I got OEL and Myers. It's a good top four pairing. They're fine that way. As long as OEL stays good defensively, his offense is done. He's fucked up. Offensively, it's over for that. But that's a good defensive pairing. And for third, I got Poolman and Travis Durrett with Kyle Burrows as like the seventh defenseman. Who knows if Travis Durrett can take a step up in his development to become a top four? Hopefully he can. I don't know if he will. And that Tucker Poolman contract, everyone hated it when Jim Benning signed it. And yeah, it's still bad. Like everyone knew you shouldn't have done that, and he did it. And then you got Demko and Martin. That's the only good thing about the team. You got your goalies, and you know exactly what you're doing with them. This is the lineup that I would guess is what they go in with. Not necessarily my preferred lineup. Again, it's just very offensive heavy. There's major holes defensively. You need another top four defenseman. And there's feels like there is going to be a move. It's like someone from the top six is getting traded. Whether it's JT Miller or Connor Garland. They can't buy out Dickinson because it's like there's no reason to. They wouldn't be saving that much money from it. Another line combo I got would be Garland on the first line with Pettersson and Besser. Garland is a top six forward. Second line would be Podkolzin, JT Miller, and Kuzmenko. Again, Kuzmenko's the wild card there. But Podkolzin is proven to be good at the top six. And third line, you have Mikheyev, Horvat, Pearson. Bo and Pearson work well together, and Mikheyev is a good third liner, very speedy. And then the fourth line, you would have Dickinson, Lazar, and Hoglander. And probably keeping the defensive pairings the same. So yeah, I never know how to end these videos, so I'll just continue to be awkward at the end. Okay, bye.